Hello, today we're going on a little journey. I'm going to show you my Minecraft mega base that comes included with with automated farms, manual farms, a storage system, a library, and villager trader. I want to start over at Smelters. This hole-in-the-wall restaurant is an all-time favorite of the people who work the farms and forgery. It was an unpermitted pop-up. It came because the city was required to put in a well for labor law compliance, and a particularly enterprising individual saw all the people hanging out by the well and saw the opportunity. It was going to be shut down, but when they came to bust it, Sam Smelter asked them to try the food first. It was so good, they decided to leave it running. Smelters is right next to the Super Smelter. It's a 21 furnace array with an infinite lava farm in the ceiling. Let's do a quick test to show the flow. Number 1, load the items you want to smelt into the minecart chest. 2, pull the lever. 3, watch satisfyingly as your items get evenly distributed into all of the furnaces. And 4, take the buckets, fill them with lava, and refill the chest. This smelts 21 stacks at a time. It's always a balance between array size and operating costs with these things. 64 furnaces would require a double chest full of lava every time I want to run it. This balances speed and operating cost to fit my needs the best. And of course, the exterior is this deep slate tough mix to give it the vibe of a blacksmith. The whole building is aligned on a 7x7 grid system that the entire complex follows. That way, different structures and paths all connect up flawlessly with one block symmetry. On the other side of the street is the cactus crop. This is a rather large manual farm. I wanted to do all of the farms you need in Minecraft as a manual farm first for 2 reasons. 1, I love the sounds, and it's soothing and something I can do while I think of the next project to start. And 2, low initial cost. I wanted to farm everything in Minecraft first, to see what I was using the most, and automate the select farms that I actually needed. On the topic of typical farming, above the super smelter is the pumpkin patch. Very useful for villager trades. I ended up automating this one later. Then we've got these plots over here where I rotate between wheat, carrots, potato, and beetroot. Lately, I've only been farming beetroot and wheat because wheat can breed the cows and beetroot is used for villager trades. I've got crop storage in this structure. Seeds go into a composter to make bone meal. I always use a Fortune 3 hoe for harvesting as it yields more crops and more seeds for trades and bone meal. Below these farms by the beach is 3 medium-scale automated farms. They all operate on the same mechanisms. 1, an observer detects a block change, which sends a redstone signal to a piston. The piston breaks the grown crop, and a minecart hopper on a powered rail system below the floor sends the items into storage. A couple cool tricks in this farm include waterlogging stairs below the pistons to act as a super compact irrigation for the bamboo, and 2, using mud blocks because hoppers can collect items through the mud unlike other full blocks. The rates for the bamboo, pumpkin, and melons are more than I need. I have no plans to scale that up, but I might connect these farms' storage systems up to automatic crafters to make bamboo logs, planks, scaffolding, and to craft the melon slices into melon blocks automatically. Let's wander over to the wharf. This is purely for the vibes. I built the little dock using trapdoors and campfires to add texture variation. It follows the cove with material piles over here full of items being loaded and unloading onto the boats. Patty the Pirate, one of the dock employees, liked the view here so much that he made this barbecue pit out of barrels and driftwood as a cozy spot for watching the sunset and pitching Tupperware systems to his close friends and co-workers. One day, Patty stole the ship that was docked here after a repo man came and collected all of his Tupperware inventory as collateral for his crippling gambling debts. Patty hasn't been seen since, this campsite being his only known bestowment to society. Moving over here, really briefly, let's cover my starter base. One nice aspect of the 7x7 grid system is my starter base links up to everything else, tying into the scenery, so no need to get rid of it. I've got this 5 furnace array, no automatic distribution, but still you can put in 4 stacks at a time for each furnace. My second iteration storage room, which I still use occasionally. And my first enchantment room. Up here, an underfurnished bedroom. At the very top is a lookout spot that I converted into a rooftop garden for the vibes. I use this spot the most. It offers great views of the complex. And lastly, let's path over to the mega base. Recently, I did a lighting and greenery overhaul, putting in these streetlights and firefly bushes, adding to the ambiance at night. Also, these leaves and moss blocks make the starter base look overgrown, while the palatial mega base is perfectly manicured. So the mega base is styled like a palace, with a massive stone structure surrounding. It includes a bridge, walkways, buttresses, and stairs to create depth and add complexity to the form. There's also a rooftop terrace above, exclusively for the nobles. The supports for this terrace double as the roofline for the massive structure below. There are well-manicured flower pots, hanging lanterns, and a floral privacy wall around the walkway adorning the exterior. Enter the structure, and you'll see my 14 villager trading hall, composed of 100% cured villagers. These villagers offer mending, efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, infinity, looting 3, as well as diamond tools, weapons, and armor. The villages are all standing on pistons. If I flick the lever, a zombie will run towards the villager, attack them, and convert them into a zombie villager. Then I can raise the platform again, hit them with a weakness potion, and feed them a golden apple, which will cure them. After that, the villagers will offer better traits. All of these villagers have been converted. This is actually the first world where I have ever used villager trading and brewing. Behind us, I was going to put an auto brewer, but after using the manual stand, I really don't think I need it. Instead, I'm going to turn this section into 2 spaces, one for brewing and another for cartography, perhaps. If you have any good ideas, drop them down below. Upstairs, we have my favorite room in the whole complex, Arcades Academy. Arcady was the architect of this palace. The king offered him this suite as gratitude for the design he loved so much. Arcady, thinking the king's design wishes were vain and pompous, refused to live here under the king's thumb. Instead, he built his allotment into a library, featuring books of his own writing and a vast collection of the arcane. This 2-tiered library is the only place in the castle with a little bit of class. Over the years, after the construction of the palace, Arcady got lost in his studies of the arcane. Eventually, he got good enough to successfully summon a portal to hell. He went on a quest into the nether to retrieve blaze powder and a succubus spawner for academic purposes. He made it all but 17 blocks before being squashed by a magma slime. In the last section of the mega base is this 3-column storage solution. There are plenty of chests here for me, with a glowstone pillar in the middle to add hidden lighting into the room. All of the chests are labeled, easy to access. Combine that with my color-coded shulkers that I keep inside of my ender chest. I have a late-game personal storage solution that's pretty big, and mass storage solution when I need it. And that's pretty much the whole complex. On the fringes of the base, I have my iron farm with a decorative folly, my 3-level old-school mob farm for gunpowder and arrows, intentionally just out of render distance. And with the luckiest end portal location of all time, there's the Enderman XP farm. This farm works, but it's a lot slower than the ones that I'm used to building in Java. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to fix it, but I think I am going to add a second layer. It's just a little bit tricky because I don't want the Endermans to fall on top of the Endermite from the second layer, so I'll figure that out. In the future, I plan to make a long road connecting off of the bridge on the mega base, with a few shops on the side, maybe an automated farm or 2, and a decorative wheat field and quarry. That will act as my late-game mine shaft. At the end of this road, I'm going to connect it up to a Roman-style citadel with some ultra-late-game farms and a raid coliseum, which should be exciting. My plan is to keep working on this world for at least 2 more citadels. The next one with a Roman style, and the one after that with ancient Chinese architecture. I'll keep you posted every 100 hours or so of gameplay.